Hey there, Danavan Hylton, CEO of Hylton Elite, and as I wish you a continued great rest of the day, some more words of wisdom came my way, and this particular message is pretty interesting, and I wanted to get your feedback on it. Wanted to see if it stirred up anything within you, as it does for me. And usually when things stir up for me, I end up asking more questions, and one of my personal joys is actually studying and seeking knowledge and information, computer science, social science, neuroscience, history, economics, I'm missing a whole lot, biochemistry, to name a few, biology, to name a few, are some of my personal enjoyments as far as study. But at any rate, so about this information, it could be, just tell me what you think, or if it stirs with you. Look what I came across. What you believe to be true is always your limitations. If you do not believe in limitations, you are free. So what you believe to be true is always your limitations. If you do not believe in limitations, you are free. Now, I'm not saying this is right or wrong, and again, how it works is I have different books. I talk to different people, different perspectives. I love perspectives, and so I'm always looking at different angles. And so these angles that come to me are very interesting because it requires me to think, and so I'm just simply sharing the information that I have received. I didn't initially write this information or anything like that, but it does resonate with me, and I'm being open and sharing it with you. So therefore, what you believe to be true is always your limitation. Now keep in mind, one of the first of all, believe. And I believe through the grapevine, someone told me believe was what your perspective is. Belief is your perspective, because everyone has different perspectives, so everyone can believe different things, even though they could be looking at the same situation. But just the fact that the angle that you're standing at, even though you look at the same object, but the angle that you're standing at could be a different perception than the next person, or the perspective of the next person. So what you believe, so what you perceive to be true, and actually that's the word believe, so what you believe to be true is always your limitation. So for example, I guess I could say, if I feel like I'm the best in basketball, they call me Scotty on the street, so we'll say if I'm the best in basketball, does that mean that I stop practicing? I mean, you could look at it like that, does it mean I stop practicing? And, not because of competition, just for myself. Or do I continue to strive mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally in the game? So what you believe to be true is always your limitations. And if you do not believe in limitations, you are free. So I believe what this message is saying is, if you are able to step outside of your own perception, your own foresight, your own belief, and are willing, and I'm not saying the information that will be coming to you as far as you stepping outside of your belief, but the information, but what I'm saying is the information just coming to you is not necessarily designed to harm or to make you, to hurt you, but what I'm saying is, are you willing to even, that's a touchy subject, are you willing to even open up to see someone's perspective, and so that way you can make an educated decision, and again, that's a touchy subject, because you have to understand, as human beings, we have one thing that we must do for one another and ourselves, and that is respect, which is another word for respect is honor. And so you want to make sure you honor individuals, and to say that their perspective or what they believe in is not honorable, is a sign possibly to some disrespectful. And so what you want to do is I want to try to find the common denominator, or the what one may call the universal truth, which could be a bad choice of word, or the collective truth, to where we can all agree on something. And if we can all agree on something, then we can at least start from there. You know what I mean? But if we're all disagreeing for any reason, I don't know if that equation is true. And again, according to computer science, we said in order for the loop to happen, which is input, process, output, the codes have to be true. If the codes aren't true, then the loop won't happen. From my understanding, I could be wrong. If I am, please clarify with me, as I'm just trying my best to learn. And I believe I could be wrong. But I believe in one called the Good Book, the Bible. Jesus said to pray with all truth and supplement. Because again, what you're requesting or what you're connecting to has to be true and integral. And so I'll reiterate this one more time. If what you believe to be true is always your limitations. So maybe what I can take from this is, am I so self-centered, which is not a negative word. It's just the fact that I'm centered on myself. And what I'm doing so important that I'm not able to look up and see from someone else's point of view, just so that I can grow, get a better understanding, or I can even stand more firm in my decision because I had a chance to interact or engage in some type of capacity. So what you believe to be true is always your limitation. So I'm going to try my best to not allow my perspective to be so strong to me that I cannot open up and try other things. I'm not saying other things are right or wrong, and what you try is not, that's not the point, you know what I mean? I'm not saying, but what I'm saying is, opening up is all I'm simply saying. Now, what you're opening up for is not the point or what I'm trying to get at, it's really not my business. I'm just saying in general, as far as principle, which is the foundation of truth. And then if you do not believe in limitations, then you are free. So if I'm able to not just focus on myself and allow others to share possible great information to help me grow, then that's going to make me a better person. And so that's what I take from this subject, this message here. What do you think? Or more so, how can you take this message and apply it in your life? If you feel like this information was of value to in any way, always feel free to donate what you feel the worth of this message was to you. Like and subscribe if you can, and if you have anything that you want to talk about, feel free to email me or shoot me a reply, and I'll see what I can do to discuss it. But all I'm simply doing is, as I go through life, trying to be the best I can be, so that I can help others. Because I can't help others if I can't help myself. And I have to be able to practice what I preach, but I also have to be able to know myself. And so as I become the best I can be, or strive to at least, there's certain things that come my way, conversations that happen, different activities or engagements that I'm involved in, that makes me say, what can I take from this? And all I'm simply doing, since I've been doing this since forever, and we all get information, is just simply sharing that information in a platform that allows me to be able to reach out to you more effectively, which is technology. Outside of that, I'll probably have a conversation with you privately, face to face, about this if you felt like this topic of conversation wasn't boring. So Danavan Hylton, CEO of Hylton Elite, wishing you a great rest of the day, and remember, improving your business is my business.